everybody, and welcome to another episode of Insufficient Friends. I'm Kevin, she's Stevie.
Hi.
And, Steve?
Yes?
It's almost Christmas.
It is.
We're like a little over a week away from Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think 9 days when we're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it was just here.
Yeah, I say this every year, but I feel like the older you get, it doesn't always feel like Christmas. And it doesn't always, time goes by much quicker, and you don't get that Christmas spirit as much as you did as a kid. Mostly because no one's trying to give it to you as much as they did when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, me and my dad were talking about that yesterday. How it just kind of, like, now it's just kind of like another day almost. Like, you get off work, but
right.
I don't do anything. Like,
right. I still do. I have quite a busy day on Christmas, and I love it. But I've said on here before, this year my family, we decided to chill it out a little bit on the gifts, which is very sad for me. But it's also helpful because I'm in the process of moving, and I don't have a lot of money, so not a ton of gifts is honestly great right now.
Yeah.
We have a comment that we've never addressed, but it's on like the podcast app.
Oh,
that we got. It was back in November.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's from Liv.
Okay.
The name is like MLiv84.
That's probably Liv.
Probably Liv.
Yeah.
Hey, Liv. So the comment says, so you have to it's like a review.
Okay.
You do like the rating, you do a little title, and then you like elaborate.
Okay.
So her rating's 5 stars, of course. And then she put Wicked Fun as the title, which I don't know anyone who says Wicked, so I love that. And then her comment was, I love quality audio, and boom, got it. I love good dialogue, and double boom, double got it. I love solid topics, quote unquote, about nothing, Kev, episode 3. And triple boom, triple got it.
Okay.
That's the best comment we've ever had. Thanks, Liv, if that's
great.
you.
Thank
That's
you,
amazing.
Liv. That's just fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I read it, and it took me a while. I was like, wait, what is this person trying to say? That was funny.
Triple boom, triple got it. That's, oh, good
And
Lord.
that's that. So I think we have to address, I don't know if you watched last week's Sunday Night Football.
Yeah. I've thought about this and thought about you.
Sorry, everyone.
Because
it's all my fault.
Is this 2 in a row? That's 2 losses in a row, isn't it?
They had lost the week before we
Yeah.
filmed our last podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. However, they played in Dallas with the Cowboys versus the Cowboys, and the Cowboys
are very good.
They have not lost a home game since last year. If it is a home game, I think my grandpa said it was like 14 or 15 games they have not lost at their home field. So it was pretty. I guess it was going to be a hard game for them.
Yeah, but they also got.
Oh, the refs. Sorry, I don't care about football, and I hate when people talk about this stuff. But now that I'm in this new era where I watch
into football,
it,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. The refs hate the Eagles at the Cowboy Stadium. Now,
no, the refs sometimes just suck.
But I mean, and once again, I'm new at this, so I don't know when there's supposed to be a flag or if there's not. That stuff doesn't catch my eye.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched it. I was actually with my grandparents watching it,
mm-hmm.
and my grandpa knows football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was calling out flags like that the other team probably should have gotten, like the whole game.
Oh yeah, it happens.
What about this? What about that?
Yeah,
so there was definitely some.
But it happens on both sides. If you
not during that game.
Yeah, it does. It may have not seemed like it, but I'm sure it did. It always does, because that was a big. It's always that way. But they lost by a lot to Dallas.
They did.
And that was before we talked. No, that was when we talked about it. They also lost by a lot to San Francisco, which San Francisco is doing well this year.
I know. But I also think they have had probably, if not the most, one of the hardest schedules this year. The Eagles have.
Yeah.
But now do they have a rest week this week? Is this their bye week?
No, they play on Monday night.
Okay. But I do know that the next few games are supposed to be the easier teams.
Yeah, they're playing the Seahawks.
Okay.
Which is not even a 500 team.
Okay, great.
And then they're playing the Giants on Christmas Day.
Oh, really?
Which is not a good team either.
I'm gonna be at my grandparents. I hope we get to watch it. They better win. God, I'm done. I'm done. Whatever else I say, just
This is really comical
the
because like you
universe.
didn't care.
No. And it's really not fun to watch. It really, like, I don't even,
Oh, it's so much fun to watch.
not
I
for-
love watching
not
football.
when the team you want to win is losing.
Oh man. Oh, good lord.
What did I put? Oh, I just made a note that said, watched Eagles versus Cowboys, ... I can't be held responsible.
I can't be. Well, yeah, you're the one who who said that if they lose every game the rest of the season, then But
Then they'd still be great. They'd still be a good team, but it will be shocking if that happens. Okay,
I mean, if
that's
they lose
enough.
every game the rest of the season, they're losing to some meh
They've
teams.
given up.
Yeah, so I think they'll be okay though. I think they'll be
so
fine.
too.
Every team has ups and downs,
This
and
is true.
it's just the way it is. Sometimes football just footballs.
Period.
So last week, and we've talked about this for a couple weeks, but last
We're
week
eating again.
we're eating again. Not this week. We're eating again, which is of course something that we love to do.
Love it.
But we're eating things that neither one of us, of course, really care about that much.
But
Which
the other person likes a lot. So it's like
Yeah.
Kev gave me something that he likes that I've kind of
never
said no
cared
to
for. Yeah,
in the past, and vice versa. So what exactly do I have here?
it's an apple pie.
But like, did you make it? Did you buy it?
I bought it from a pie
And-
store, from a pie shop.
Peggy Jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that gives me a lot of hope that this is no regular pie. This is a small business, probably very high quality pie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show it to the camera if I can. The top looks crumbly, which is
Yep,
exciting.
it's a Dutch apple pie.
Okay. He just warmed it up, so I should probably eat it soon. And for Kev, we have,
We have a microwave. We can warm it up again.
this is true, we have just a simple California roll.
No, well, that's not okay.
What?
Oh, I see. I was thinking like sushi. I guess it is sushi technically.
It is. There's fish.
Okay.
It's crab.
I thought
and then it's rice,
California roll didn't have
cucumber.
anything.
It is. Sometimes it's like the least fishiest of all, but it's crab.
Okay, crab with a K.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still like, to me, I eat sushi all the time. Like the flavors might change a little bit in terms of like if it's more sweet or if it's more savory, but to me just eating it
Is the same.
is pretty similar across the
Okay.
board. Then there's like super fishy stuff, which I understand, like sashimi and just basically raw fish.
Yeah, I've had sashimi. Well,
And then
yeah.
there's something more like California roll. And I thought trying this is like, this is how you ease
the
into
generic
it.
one, yeah.
This is how you try it and go, I might try it again
Yeah.
and up it next time. So,
because I've had raw sushi with raw fish before.
right, and you didn't care for it.
I mean, no, I didn't care for it.
And I don't and that was the first time you had it.
Yeah, but I also got one with cooked fish at the same time.
But that's like the mistake. And I think that's why you don't get it often is cuz you tried it with like one of the most fishiest rawest like things, you know.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
So who's going first here?
we can't do it together. I'll go first. Mine's easier to access. However, I know this is going to be a little messy. I can just tell. Oh.
You can hear Steve chewing on the microphone.
It's also 7 in the morning.
It is.
I'd like to add,
It's
which
a little early.
this is probably going to be easier to eat than...
I mean, I can eat anything anytime, so.
That's true. I really can too. Okay. I don't know how much apple I got. The topping is great. And I like the dough. I had like a tiny little bit of mushy apple that I didn't love, but I got past it really quickly. The flavor is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, if I had like a candle with this, perfect. But that mushiness in there turns me off just a little.
Okay.
But this the crust, and the dough are very, very good. I can tell this is a very good pie. I just don't like apple pie.
So it didn't really change then. Nothing's.
No, because here's the thing. If someone like brought this into like work,
There's gonna be
And
other things there that you can. Yeah. Well, no, I guess.
or if there's not, I might try a little piece and go, okay, you know what? I'll give apple pie a shot today. I'm never gonna get this on my own terms. I'm never just gonna wake up and be like, I really want some apple pie today. Maybe if it's on at like a Thanksgiving, if it's one of the dessert options, I might grab a little slice just to try it. It's never gonna be something I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have apple pie today. You know, I'm never gonna probably go buy it on my own. But the topping is great. I'm gonna have one more piece because I really do like that. Okay.
Okay. You do like the topping though, the like crumble.
That's really good at the top.
Okay.
I've always liked pie crust. That's always been my favorite.
Oh, good lord.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, are you gonna add anything on there? Just do one little by itself.
I think I'm just gonna try one by itself.
Okay. And then it's avocado and cucumber, I believe. So.
Okay. That might be why I'm not an avocado person
Oh,
at
I
all.
can barely taste it. I almost got one with cream cheese in it.
I do love cream cheese.
I think it might have had both, but still. You just, yeah, it's kind of like something you experience all together. Bum, bum, dum, 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 dum. I just got sushi on Wednesday with my dad.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not.
What do you like? What do you not like? What's stopping you from being like, this is really good?
It's for me. There's too much going on.
Interesting, because that's like the simplest
I'm not
possible combination.
I'm not a huge cucumber person. Love pickles. Don't like cucumbers.
Okay.
I'm not an avocado person.
Okay.
And I think that the cucumber for sure overpowers everything else in this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like the least, that's like the most bland flavor of the whole pack.
Now, I didn't
But
try it
if
with
you
any
don't like
soy sauce or anything like that.
Right.
I do love soy sauce. I love rice. But I don't know, it's something I don't know what it is about it. It's just not I don't like it that it's I don't really care that it's cold. I don't really like that it's cold.
Okay.
I'm not a big cold, like I want my rice to be like hot,
Okay.
steamed, fried, something like that. And it's a lot. It's just too much going on. Now, I'm not going to say that if it had other stuff in it, it might be okay. I'm not a big fan of avocado. I didn't even really taste the avocado in that, so that doesn't really make
Yeah.
a difference in this. But the cucumber seemed to overpower everything else in that.
That's so interesting. I don't taste the cucumber at all in sushi. But, and I agree that if I could have done this a little bit differently, if we weren't doing this at 7 in the morning, I would have gone somewhere and like gotten like a to-go order of something from like a restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
But I got it last night because I do it just come straight here in the morning. And that probably would have been truly just better quality overall. Because I agree, like some sushi just, when it's made fresh, it's just better. Versus, yeah, being kept cold overnight and stuff. But okay, there we have it.
Is sushi generally warm? I thought it's generally cold though, isn't it? Or at least
if you're
room
gonna
temperature.
pick it up at a grocery store, they have
yeah.
to make it cold because they're
But I've
trying
had
to
it-
keep it cold. But at restaurants, I would say a lot of them are. I mean, it depends if there's sashimi on top. It's probably cold because fish is
Yeah.
most likely going to be cold. But I've had both. I've had very, very hot, and I've had fried, which is going to be hot. And I've had, because sometimes they'll like There's one sushi that they serve here in town. They wrap it in tinfoil and they like light it on fire, and then it's got like this like smoky taste, which is really good. So I've had all over the board, and I think both are good. But I love all sushi. I've never
mean,
met a sushi I didn't like.
My comment always to people on sushi is that if somebody wants to go get it, I can go and I'll figure out something to eat. Like it's not going to stop me,
Yeah,
but it's not something kind of like the pie. It's not something I'm going to
go out of your way by yourself.
seek out to
right.
get. Because one, it's not like you said, it's not it's not inexpensive.
No.
It's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So I'm not usually going to get it. But
And that's that.
yeah.
I think we can agree on
Yeah.
both of those.
Look at us. Look at us agreeing on things, Steve. Look at us agreeing.
Agreeing on things, trying new foods.
Yeah. So I have a story.
Okay.
And I'm going to preface this by saying that my family, the Vauble family, has always been. It seems like everything we do, we screw up.
Oh.
We take forever to get it done. Like if we
Okay.
try to do, like, my dad has worked in construction for years, and my uncle worked with him as in construction for years, and my grandpa worked in like a factory and helped work for my dad for a while. Whenever my dad and uncle would get together to do something construction based, it always took about 5 times longer than it should have.
Okay.
And I don't know why. And whenever we get hurt or sick or anything, we also seem to get like the worst of all of it.
Okay.
So, yesterday, found out my dad has a kidney stone.
Oh no, they're the worst.
Yeah. So, he had been having pain. He knew he like had pain and whatever. And he went to the doctor a couple weeks ago, and they did a CT scan and everything else because they couldn't really notice any issues. Well, he got a call, I guess, on Thursday. He has a kidney stone that is the size of his kidney.
How?
I don't know.
That's never. So he has to have surgery.
Yeah. He has to have
Obvi.
3 of them.
Oh my goodness.
And we were talking about it yesterday because I don't understand how you even get a kidney stone that big.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, me either. And like, are you feeling it before it's that big? Obviously, you have pain before it gets
Well, he
to
said
that
he's had
point.
on and off pain every once in a while, but it always just goes away.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's not a thing. But yeah, he has to have 3 surgeries.
I'm so
apparently.
sorry, Ivan.
I mean,
that is terrible.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he's optimistic, just like
Sure.
It's
have
it
to
could have
be.
been a lot worse,
Yes.
and oh well. But I just thought that was
Kidney stones the size of kidneys.
kidney stones almost the size of a kidney.
Years. The Vaubles really.
Yeah,
You guys have bad luck.
yeah, yeah. We my uncle calls it the Vauble Family Curse. Yeah,
Good title.
yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. So we make jokes about that all the time too, because if you gotta
You have
laugh.
to. Yeah, exactly. If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Very short little story, but I just thought it was kind of interesting, and I mean, we were talking about because they told him he had to have 3 surgeries because they can't do it's like three days in a row.
Oh, not because it's like in 3. Like it just.
No, it's
gonna take that long
It's
to
just
get it.
it's just I guess the way that they do it when it's that big of a thing.
How are you with surgery? Have you had to have it often? Does it terrify you? Like, how do you feel about it when someone's
care.
like, you have to have surgery on this?
I mean, I don't look forward to it. I
Right.
don't want to have surgery,
How
but
many times have you had to have surgery?
well, I had my appendix out when I was a kid,
Okay.
and I had reconstructive knee surgery when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
And then I had several, like, I was put under probably 3 or 4 times to get teeth
I was gonna say
taken out.
I've only ever had surgery, like dental surgery.
Yeah, I've had dental surgery a bunch of times.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most common. If you have braces, you probably.
Yeah, because I had several teeth pulled as a little kid, and which
too.
isn't really surgery. That's just getting them pulled, and then I was actually put under for several to have them cut out too.
Yep. Oh yeah, if you have your wisdom teeth taken out, that's surgery.
Yeah, so those. Other than those, it's just I had reconstructive knee surgery and my appendix taken out.
Okay. I've been very luckily I've never broken a bone. I'm not really in the hospital that often. I like to keep it that way.
I'm not either. Like,
I've never had a surgery other than like teeth stuff.
yeah, that's good.
It is good. Be happy to keep it that way.
I mean, surgery, like, nobody wants to have surgery, but
But I think because
nowadays it's also they do most of them all the time, so they got it to a science. I mean, it is a science, but there's always things that can happen. But,
right, but I think because it's so foreign to me, it is really, really scary.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to have surgery. Everybody's nervous when they go to have it done because, somebody's going to put you to sleep and then cut you open.
Yeah.
And that's it's not a fun thought at all.
No.
So, but yeah, I've had a couple. The surgery, I mean, you fall asleep and then you wake up. It's not.
This is true, which I've had good experience with that. Some people say, like, have you ever, like, woken up during your surgery?
No, I don't think so.
I know people that say they either woke up during it or they didn't get fully put under. They just got, like, is laughing gas the same thing or is that different?
So, laughing gas, nitrous oxide, isn't actually, like, it's not really made to put you to sleep. It's just made to calm you down more than anything. So
right, like I know people that say they just have had that, and then people have done surgery. But once again, it's usually just dental.
Yeah, that's different. So
like
they're not cutting into you because, I mean, the whole reason that they put you to sleep is so that you don't feel it when they cut into you. So.
But if you have a C-section, you have to be awake, or no?
If you have a C-section, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, because I guess you don't have to do much. They're just. Like you don't.
But they can also do like do a epidural or a spinal block too, and just numb everything down.
But
because my grandpa's been awake for surgery before.
Yeah. See, and
they just numb everything from your. Basically, they paralyze you from the waist down, and then they unparalyze you when they're done. I think
it's more for me. It's how I am with needles.
Yeah. Big old needle.
I can't even like watch the person give me a shot. I mean, feeling it's one thing, but just even watching it makes me like nauseous. So I think even if everything was numb, the fact that I could see what they were doing would just completely freak me out, or hear it, or anything.
Yeah, you can't see it because you're laying down, like you're looking up at a ceiling,
and
usually they have a sheet in front of you. Yeah.
And I just know they're down there, and I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that.
Yeah, I mean,
disgusting.
Yeah, I get that. I wouldn't want to be like my grandpa wanted to be awake for his because he had knee replacement, and he wanted to be awake because he doesn't like he's scared to death of like
bizarre
anesthesia and being put to sleep and stuff like that because he's afraid he won't wake up. But which I mean is understandable, but I don't want to be awake because I don't want to hear everything going on and stuff like that. Like I know they're going to like, they're gonna give you medication to where you're relaxed and everything else, but I still don't want to be awake. Like
it would take a lot to relax this.
They got drugs for that.
Give me therapy and I'll maybe relax.
They got really good drugs at the hospital.
I guess that's
true.
I've not been exposed to those very often.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the thing that's the worst is the pain usually afterwards.
This is true.
Yeah. So the surgery is you go in like you're nervous, but you go in, you come out, and you're done. The recovery and the pain from recovery is usually the thing that hurts worse. I mean, the surgery for my knee hurt worse than actually hurting my knee.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
by a long shot.
Yeah, I just can't. One time, I was getting my nose cauterized because I
Mm-hmm.
had nosebleeds all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not. The word surgery should not even be used, okay?
Procedure is what I
It's
would
literally
use for
they
that.
take a Q-tip and they put it in your nostrils and they burn off the veins in your nose. Like that's what they did.
Oh, they should do it with a
They
Q-tip, like just
burned
like
stuff
acid.
off. Yeah.
Okay.
And it didn't hurt. It maybe tickled a little, but I just was so nervous of the thought of the fact that I was like 17. But the fact that I was like in a hospital and I knew someone was going to have to like do something to me before he even started like taking the Q-tip into my nose, I was like bawling my eyes out. And my dad was just like, why are you like, stop crying, it's okay. And like we were both kind of laughing through it because it was ridiculous. It was bizarre. Like I was going to work like in an hour. I was going to be fine. But just the thought of being there and having like something done to me, I can't handle it.
As far as like that kind of stuff goes, I've also had 2 toenails removed
That's-
for like, yeah.
I knew that, and that is disgust. That's terrifying, honestly, and that would hurt.
The needles into your toes hurt, yeah. The first one he didn't quite get it numb enough, and then he had to stop and do some more, so that one kind of hurt. But
I hate it here.
the second one I got to watch, that was fun.
Ugh.
Because I was in like a dentist type chair, so I could watch him do everything. That was more fun. I actually enjoyed that once you got past the pain, because
Sick.
it only took like maybe 10, 15 minutes for him to do the whole thing, and it was
man.
done. But that one was interesting.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh man.
Well, is it about that
Okay,
time?
I think it's that time.
Spoilers.
12 Angry Men.
Had you seen this?
No.
Okay. Me either.
I think it's from 1957, 12 Angry
Right.
Men.
I really liked this movie.
I did too. Okay. Okay, that's what I wondered. So the main guy is Henry Fonda, which is Jane
Was-
Fonda's dad.
Oh, okay. That's a fun little tidbit.
I wondered about that.
The one that like convinces everyone.
Yeah, the one that's
Otherwise,
the guy that starts
not
out as
guilty, yeah.
as the not guilty.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was just the name or what. But I thought it was going to be a Western.
Oh,
And
you
I'm
didn't
guessing-
even know like the premise.
I didn't know the premise of it.
Okay, so
I thought it was
knew
going to be a
what it was
Western.
about.
I put it in my head. I think I got it like mixed in with like No Country for Old Men and things
Okay.
like that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
So I thought it was going to be a Western. It wasn't, which is fine. Like,
I'm
yeah.
glad. it
Um,
wasn't. But I feel like I love like movies that kind of happen all over the time span of like an evening like that. I don't know why. I really enjoy that. It's easier for me
Yeah.
to follow.
Yeah, because this whole movie happened within like
A couple hours.
3 or 4 hours, and that was
Yeah.
it. Like, it was just a couple hours, and then it was done. And I also like movies that like it's very. There's nothing that really happens, but it's still very intense. It's very drama filled. It's just, and I thought it was. I liked it a lot.
Totally. I mean, I think that if I'm ever on trial, I will be paying very close attention to everything. Is what I took away from the
Yeah.
movie.
Um,
Not on trial. If I
you're
have
ever in
jury
a
duty. Yeah. No, wait a second. I'm not on trial. I don't plan to be on trial. If you were in the same situation, did you feel like any of those characters you kind of like, were you like, oh, I'd probably be more like this guy, or like, did you relate to anyone? Or did you have just like a favorite overall?
I mean, my favorite was the main guy.
I liked him. I liked the guy that had like, he was kind of like nerdy, and he like
The
offered
nerdy
the
one?
cough drops
Yeah.
at first, and he was like, I don't have any more. I liked him.
You liked him?
Yeah, I feel like I'd be like him if I was
Okay.
in that situation.
Um,
Like, I'd want to fight for the good, like, what I believed in, but I'd be just, like, a little nervous at
Yeah.
first, and I wouldn't say anything, and then eventually I would speak up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what you'd do in that situation.
Sure.
Because and that's the whole point is like they're deciding to put somebody to death is a big
Right.
it's a big decision to
Right.
make. But yeah, it was good. I thought it was interesting how also you kind of see like they portray people as different with different prejudices in it and like how that affects their
Totally.
thoughts on it and even people that just are like, well, I don't care. I just don't want to be here.
Right,
So I'm just
so-
going to make whatever decision I have to make
Exactly.
to be out of here. So, and I thought it was done really well.
Very well.
Because it's also interesting when, like, you talk about a story that happens in just a couple hours. This was one that happened in one room. Like,
Yeah.
there was, they never,
See anything else?
besides, like, going out into the bathroom that's connected,
Right.
it never left the one room.
Right. I liked the part when they all stood up and they like looked away as that old
Oh,
guy
the one
who
guy was
kinda,
going,
like, going off,
going on his little rant thing.
and they all just started like standing up and looking
Yeah.
away. It was yeah, it was a really good movie. I really think if you haven't seen this, I
It's,
think everyone should watch it. I don't know
it's
anyone that wouldn't enjoy it.
I mean, I'm sure there's people out there. My dad wouldn't enjoy this.
And why is that?
It's
slow?
it's too boring.
But see, I think
He would call it boring.
a lot of these movies on here, not a lot, but a few of them I've thought the same thing. All right, black and white, same love story, boring. This one, it's not though. It's a very unique story.
It is, but I still think he would be bored with it.
Okay.
I like it, but my dad doesn't like any of these movies. Like he
But
doesn't care
just
about
because
any
he
of these
said he didn't
I-
like them, or he's
yeah.
actually seen them all and knows
No,
he
he
won't
hasn't
like
seen.
them.
He
Exactly.
hasn't seen
so
most of them. He doesn't. Here's the thing. He doesn't care.
know.
He doesn't care.
And I'm
to
sure
watch
there's,
them.
he doesn't like Star Wars.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm. My uncle
yeah,
loves Star
you're
Wars.
right.
My
He
dad
likes-
doesn't like Star Wars.
What
My
does he
uncle loves.
like?
He likes comedies. That's
Yeah.
stupid comedies and gory
Likes
and gore
Step
and
Brothers
yeah,
or something
yeah.
stupid.
What was the
Said
movie?
or something stupid.
Yeah, my uncle loves old movies like this. Like he loves most of these, and he loves Star Wars. My dad does not.
Oh yeah, he
Like-
likes The Hangover. That's
Yeah,
like his
The
genre.
Hangover is like one of his favorite movies. Which just like I don't agree with that at all.
Me either, Ivan.
But yeah, I thought it was a good movie though. And
Yeah.
I'm with Steve. I would recommend this for anybody that's looking for something. It's not a long movie. It's
No.
90 minutes.
Easy
Um,
watch.
And it goes by pretty quick cuz
Yeah.
you don't
And it's not really like emotional, but it kind of does give you a couple moments of
but
like,
it's intense.
oh, I didn't
like
think
it's
about that.
there's some
A lot of different perspectives,
Yeah.
a lot of really good points come up in arguments that you probably wouldn't think of yourself. I know I didn't, but
yeah. Yeah.
and it's a movie. It makes you remember the definition of probable cause and how important it is.
Yeah. Which is something that not all legal and justice systems have. So
Nope.
well, Steve.
Yep.
Next week,
Almost
2001.
Christmas.
It's Christmas. That is
Almost.
correct. And we're gonna watch 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Correct.
Okay.
Watch with us if you'd like.
Yeah. Go ahead, like, subscribe. Don't forget to comment. We'll try to shout you out as long as we don't, miss it like apparently we did this one.
Wicked good.
But we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.